Now, each PhD supervisor has a different range of qualities they look for in PhD students and applicants to their PhD courses. Now, obviously, it's very individual, but these are the common themes that really unite PhD supervisors. Now, on the surface, they say one thing, but underneath, they mean something completely different. And in this video, you'll get both what they say and what they really mean. Okay, the first one is coachability. Coachability is really tough from a student perspective because when someone's coaching you, typically they're kind of helping you get better by maybe providing constructive criticism. And what do? As soon as we're criticized, we defend ourselves. We want to explain why we did a certain thing or we chose a certain option. But really what coachability means is just chill out, relax, accept it, allow your brain to have that first oh shit moment, and then just really understand and listen to what people are telling you. Now, coachability is something that I really struggled with early on, but not defending yourself, not trying to explain yourself, not trying to get super argumentative is a really important step in developing the student-supervisor relationship. And so if you're being coached, relax, take some deep breaths, accept, write some stuff down, and then go process it later or ask questions to really understand what the supervisor means. Now, from a supervisor perspective, what coachability really means is that you're going to be a pleasure to work with, you're not going to be argumentative, but also that they get an opportunity to feel like an expert. Now, supervisors tend to be a little bit of a fragile bunch if you scratch the surface a little bit. So if you've got someone that is openly coachable, it means they're open to your ideas. It means you can share all of that experience. And supervisors, in my experience, really get a sense of satisfaction by watching a PhD student grow from first year through third year and then graduating. And that's kind of the process they love to nurture throughout those PhD years. And by being super coachable, you give them the opportunity to feel great about themselves. And the student interaction sometimes is the only highlight of their day after they have to do all the admin stuff, the teaching, and the grant applications that just never seem to end. This video is brought to you by my newsletter. Go check it out at andrewstapleton.com.au/newsletter. I'll put a link in the description. And there, when you sign up, you'll get 5 emails over 2 weeks, everything from the tools that I use, how to write the perfect abstract, and more. One of my favorite ones is all the podcasts I've been on where I get to talk about everything I love and my TEDx talk. All right, check it out. If you ask PhD supervisors what they really want, top of the list is communication skills. Now we get it, they want you to write, talk, but what does it really mean under the surface? Well, first of all, it comes back to that thing that they want to be able to have open communication and feel good about building that rapport. You know, they want you to be able to explain your ideas without having to sort of work too hard to sort of extract it from you. Even if you're, not quite sure, they need to have communication from you so they can work out what's going wrong with your research, and if there's no communication, that relationship breaks down completely. They also want you to write well. Now, you don't have to write perfectly, and academic writing is a skill that you build up over many, many years. It's boring, it's dull, it's very sort of technical language, but by having good foundation communication skills in terms of writing, they can help mold your writing skills. Now, my supervisor was incredible at this, very, very patient, but yes, academic writing is something you need to sort of like mold and learn along the way, and they need you to have really good foundational skills in English primarily. A lot of research is published in English, so having good communication skills means that you can communicate, not in super fancy words, but you just have to be able to communicate effectively, get your ideas across, whether spoken or written. And the third reason they want you to have great communication skills when coming in, good foundations, they train a lot of the advanced stuff into you throughout your PhD, is that you are essentially like a representative of their lab and by proxy, them. So they need someone that's going to go out and give a presentation and represent them and their lab and their research in the best light possible. So if you're not quite used to or you don't like public speaking, go get yourself some simple courses. There are some even online groups that allow you to talk openly and practice your public speaking skills. And that is very, very important. So those communication skills really mean those things. Another one top on the list for supervisors is research purpose or passion. And that means they really want some reason why you should be doing their research. Essentially, why are you just as passionate about this area as they are? Now, clearly, this is a bit of a feel-good thing for them, right? They're like, this person is like me. They see the importance of my work. And that's very important. But also, what it means is that you can get through issues because you have that drive. If you've got a personal connection to research, if you're in the health field and someone has had these health problems, great. If not, you've got to come up with another purpose and drive reason for applying to this lab. Because when they see that, they're like, this person, has got the grit and determination and an underlying purpose for solving all the problems and putting up with all the rubbish that potentially I will cause as a supervisor. So yes, you've got to have that drive, you've got to have that passion, you've got to have a personal reason why you are doing that research in particular. And look, to be honest with you, sometimes you can kind of make it up a little bit. Now, I'm not saying lying, but what I can say is cherry pick what you like about that research, because once they see that kind of personal connection to their research, you're going to stand out above other people. And if you have to put a little bit of hyperbole around your reason, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Purpose is developed, it's not found. So, as your research progresses, you may further develop that passion. A lot of supervisors look for PhD students that will fit in with the culture of their research group. Now, this can hide a whole variety of problems, because if your supervisor wants that, maybe they're not the best person to work under because they don't want anyone to rock the boat. Fitting in with the culture can sometimes mean I'm going to make sexist, racist jokes, and you're going to have to go, it's only a joke, that's no problem. I have seen it with my own eyes. So for someone that wants someone to fit in with the culture, take a joke, like it was only a joke, don't get offended, that can happen, because academia, at least when I was going through, was a bit of a boys' club, and so it was like, shut up, do your work, let me do whatever I want, let me control my own sort of empire as I feel fit, and also because I'm in charge, you can't say anything. That is slowly changing, I know, but it's probably not changing fast enough. So when academics say, I want someone that's going to fit into the culture of my lab, what they mean is put up with their rubbish jokes, smile at them occasionally, not give them too much hassle, and also not report them to HR when they make all these terrible jokes. Like I said, I've seen it, it's not everyone, but it can be a little bit of a warning sign as well. Ultimately, supervisors are looking for someone to develop and further their own career. We've talked about it a lot on this channel, but supervisors need people under them to do the research because they're too busy writing grants, teaching, doing rubbish admin work for the university, and they need people doing the research, brains actively focused on the problems that they want to solve. And so if you can express without really saying, I'll just make your career better, but what do they really care about? Papers and money. So if you can highlight some skills that will help you produce papers, help them produce research that will bring in money, then you're on to a winner. So really what they're looking for is people that will be quiet, get on with the work, be robust enough, have reasons to push through all of the issues, and put up with their rubbish jokes occasionally, which could borderline become offensive. So further their career. Papers, money. So that is what PhD supervisors are looking for in potential PhD students in their lab. They have the criteria and the subtext. And I think by really understanding the subtext of what they're asking for, you can go into this with your eyes wide open and also manipulate your personal statement in such a way that can actually address the subtext rather than the top kind of level requirements. Let me know in the comments what you would add to that. Give this video a thumbs up, and go check out academiainsider.com, which is my insider to the academic community, where I have my ebook, The Ultimate Academic Writing Toolkit, and my Insider Academia Forum. So go check it out, and I'll see you over there. Okay, I'll see you in the next video as well.